Game 2 between Stefan and BacT. Let's see what do we have here. Saracens 4. I recently asked BacT in a stream, are you going to participate in Master Arena 5? It's coming up because I think it's Kigo and G-Man streams who are asking on AOC Zone and I guess on Reddit, do you want to see Master Arena 5 with the standard civilizations, the 18, AOC and AOE2, Age of Kings, the standard, or do you want to see the expansions, Waterloo Kingdom patch, or whatever it's called, I don't really know. I guess it's gonna be with the new civs. I guess it's for the better here. Not sure about it. Master Arena has a touch of you're gonna be the best on AOC and on Arena, but who knows? I don't know. I'm looking forward to games, to the tournament. Let's see if and when it's going to happen. Here we have a Saracens board. Let's go for Wheels map first. Right now we have the main gold forward for him. 4 inside, I think. Second 4 inside. Yes, 4 deer inside. Awesome. Close to the berry zoom, but it's going to lure them towards the TC probably. Main stone safe in the back. Second gold safe in the back. Just deleting to find an extra gold probably later on. Third gold on the right hand side. We do have an extra gold that's not too far away from him, as well as extra berries, but I don't think he's going to take them. We have the second stone inside, but forward in the corner. Interesting to see. And relic wise, there's one close to his base, those 2 more in the middle, and I guess this is already Stefan's gold then, which is not too good for him. Let's go for Stefan's map right now. Boar coming in for him, and the second boar also inside, looking good. 1 gold, second gold inside, blocking the 1 gate. He's got another, no problem, and no tower rush happening, no tower hop. But between Stefan and BacT, this would be really strange. We have the main gold forward on the other side, but it's pretty forward as well. The second stone outside, one really close to space. Those 2 in the middle we've seen. Where is the last relic? I can't see it right now. Is it in anybody's walls that I don't see at this point? Or I'm missing something? Yeah, there it is. We have the relic inside Stefan's walls, and Stefan 4 deer outside is starting to lure them in right now. Missing the main stone, I think. That's relatively safe, more or less in the back. No back base for him. So let's see how he's going to play this game. Saracens, we expect monks actually. I'm not sure if we're going to see them because Stefan, I'm not sure if he's really the monk rush type. I think he can do it, but he prefers eco sometimes. Am I wrong here? I don't know. And BacT is not the classic arena player, so let's see what the guys are going to do here. We might go to Imperial Age and post-Imperial Age even, but we might also see a game that ends in Castle Age. Not in Feudal though. And BacT of course starting through the era. I think we've seen more or less everything. We've seen this gold, which is really bad for Stefan. It's in the middle between the 2 players, and that means if this is going post him, whoever is controlling the middle is controlling more golds. BacT has 1 gold more, and this one, it depends on who is going to rush and who's got the map control. So for now, nothing special I think. We have 4 plus 5 villagers on wood for Stefan. He's sending a total of 10 right now, and clicking up to Feudal Age is BacT only. Stefan getting deer in, he's still going for villagers. BacT is clicked up on 24 population, which is really early. And a barracks coming up as well. He wants to go for scouts apparently. As for Stefan, he's clicked up now, 27 population, getting 2 villagers on gold. This gold is a little bit odd. I think the mining camp is good if you want to trap your villagers inside, even better. Ooh, and Stefan also going for barracks here. We are going to see Castle Age warfare here, and this is very nice. We are not going to see a classic only monks rush. Maybe a little bit of siege. And Stefan saying fast. Yeah, that's true. A stable coming up and a market actually, which makes sense. Also, we do see BacT going to gold only now. That means he's going to sell 100 stone and click up to Castle Age. Very nice time. He's not gonna have the food too fast. Sending 3 villages now, and I guess he should go for double BacT first. I think he didn't do that. We check. I want to know this. Scout going in from BacT trying to take down a villager, but not happening. 5 HP remaining. Double BacT coming in. Horse Collar coming in for BacT. Horse Collar also for Stefan. He must have gotten double BacT already. And is Stefan getting scouts all over? Yeah, there we go. That's this one surviving, actually not taking any damage because the villager took all the damage that BacT could cause. BacT with 1 scout, a second now going out, and we are arriving at Castle Age for BacT. He's going with the monastery immediately, and I think a TC, yes, woodline and second gold. Really nice TC position, can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6 farms around. That's what you want to have. And still have wood and gold closer to the TC, and we will see a little bit of scout fight and fight for the relics, I guess. Stefan has the better map when it comes to relics, not when it comes to resources, but still. And BacT also going for more scouts. Stefan going with the TC in the back on the wood line. Monastery is up, and I'm going to go a little bit slower right now, or maybe stay on 75. A little scout fight happening. Monk from Stefan means BacT has to go back immediately, and he's a damaged scout again. The monk coming out here for BacT right now. Of course, he's going to heal up first, and we are going to see a run for the relics. And I think Stefan might consider going with the scouts. Ooh, camel coming out here. That's going to be converted so fast. It was not a good way by Stefan. He's actually going back, but he lost the camel. That means Stefan has to run now. The camel is just too strong. Two monks from Stefan means he can reconvert this camel easily if he wants to. BacT is sending another monk, but Stefan should go out of the 2 he has right now, waiting for Sanctum to come in. A 30C coming up on the main gold. Makes sense. A natural wall-up coming up and a few farms around. BacT probably going with 2 TCs only this game until maybe Imperial Age. Wheelbarrow coming in from him, and BacT is able to take the first relic. Stefan trying to get the monk, but he's not going to be able to do that, and this scout may go down. Yes, one dead scout. Oh, he came in, but lost one scout to conversion and one to the other scouts. This is not looking good for Stefan. BacT getting the relics, winning the fights in Castle Age, getting a scout and a camel converted, and I think Stefan should focus on getting this relic and the one from inside his walls instead of trying to fight for this, because he lost a major fight. And I think BacT will be happier right now with what he's been doing, how he's playing. Blacksmith coming up, a lot of gold in the bank. I think he either needs to buy some food and try to click up, probably with the castle then, or try to do a monk rush now. He's got the map control, and he's going to try and take away this. Oh, he can see the monk, so he knows there's a relic, and he's gonna snipe this monk for sure. Maybe lose a scout. Not even that. Good job here for BacT, taking another monk down, and Stefan a little bit unlucky here, or BacT a little bit lucky to get this relic, but it was a good job for him. And I think yeah, there's no other chance for Stefan but to delete this wall, take the relic and re-wall, and maybe with this one go the same way. Stefan, of course, a lot higher on villages. He's got 3 TCs, he's got a good amount of farms going up already. Wheelbarrow coming in from him now, a little bit later, but that's the 3 TCs that he had. Second monastery coming up, siege workshop is up for BacT. What is he going to do? Well, let me actually switch this point of view. Clicking up to Imperial Age. Expected, actually. It makes sense to go up earlier when you're only on 2 TCs. He is still on 2. Yes, he's not on stone at all, so I guess we're gonna see a lot of monks, maybe camels Imperial Age, I'm not sure. Atonement coming in now, and the Mangonel forward. Ooh, monk going down. The Mangonel shot, very nice for BacT. He's not trying to get rid of this house, really go in soon. We could even try to convert a villager or 2 in the gold mine. Let's go in this point of view, see the Fog of War start to convert. No, not happening, and not sure why he's attacking this house. Doesn't make sense to me. I guess Stefan was able to take the relic then? Or did BacT get a monk there? No, Stefan should have 2 relics. And nope. Did he take the one from inside his wall? So BacT has 4 relics then? Let me check that. 3 plus 1. Yes, BacT managed to get this relic. Really strong from BacT. But house in 70, that's not what you want to have. Good amount of resources in the bank. What's he going to do? More scouts coming up. And another monastery. I'm gonna see a pure monk rush in Imperial Age. With the block printing, with the redemption maybe. He's clicked on right now. He knows he needs something to convert siege. And we are going to see block printing immediately. 2 months are actually really important upgrade here for BacT. Getting his lumberjacks more effective, and I'm assuming illumination will come in very soon. The house is going to be repaired even? No, it's going down right now. Stefan wanted to re-wall this, I guess. It's good. He's got a lot of stone in the bank, but he wasn't able to. 2 walls will not go up, and now the scouts can go in actually. The camel's still there, was converted. Bloodlines from Stefan. Is he going for light captain and stay in Castle Age? No, he could click up actually. Not sure what he's going to do. It's a little bit of an awkward situation. He's got a lot of stone, so he could place a castle, maybe even on this goal to make sure he can get more map control. The monks with 12 range, that's really not easy to do. Town center coming up with BacT. He's a little bit fast in this game. He's ahead of Stefan because he's taking out a few villages here. At least one going down. This TC will not go up easily. Now there is the light cav coming out from Stefan. That means BacT should be alert, maybe even get some camels of his own. Ooh, this is gonna go really fast. We have 23 military units for BacT. That's a lot of monks here. The light cav moving in, and yeah, we see a few conversions, but also a few dead monks here. The camels will come in handy for both players. This light cav will go down. BacT actually looking pretty good here. Still 20 military units. A few converted ones. The mangonel may go down, but wouldn't be the worst here. I think you don't want to lose the monks at this point because you want to continue pushing. Catram coming in for BacT. No, units by, please. Damn it. Sorry for that. Let's go on 75 speed again. Siege workshop coming up for BacT inside. This is not going to happen, I guess. But the Catram are going to go through the walls really fast. Stefan doing heresy. Very important. I almost missed that. He's not going to Imperial Age. Probably the bad idea. Heresy plus light cav is a good idea. Castle coming up behind this. And he should be able to get this castle up. I don't think BacT will be able to stop this castle. He's gonna try at least. Light cav moving in, but those villagers cannot be attacked by light cav. They would need to be converted. This TC may go down, and Stefan is in a difficult situation, but he's got so many light cav. Look at this, he's just waiting for the right amount to attack here. TC going down, and the Catram should start to attack this castle immediately. But there's the villagers as well, and they can't fight actually. Now Campbell's light cav coming in from BacT. He's got a few camels of his own now, I guess. The monks are trying to convert, but there is the light cav coming up from Stefan. Oh, this is looking dangerous here. C-Tram coming in for BacT. That's a very important upgrade. One mangonel behind. I think he should be able to keep this castle up. Now there's all the light cav from Stefan here. Go a little bit slower, like 65. And what is Stefan going to do? Is he going out? Is he going to try and take down those monks? The castle on 600 HP, and the mangonel went down. Ooh, but look at all the light cav. And BacT in 22 military units, but there could a lot of monks go down really fast. Now the castle is down, but Stefan looking good at this point, and he is taking down so many monks. BacT is not able to convert a lot of units here. The C-Trams are not going to do anything to stop the light cav from taking down monks, and BacT lost a lot of monks now. He's getting a castle in the middle, and he's 25 villages behind, 27. Doesn't really matter at this point because Stefan is taking map control, and the C-Trams are doing nothing at this point. So BacT lost a lot of monks here. Can he actually get them back? He could go for more monks if he wanted to. I think he's gonna switch now to maybe camels. Another stable coming up. What's he going to do? He's not producing any camels. He doesn't really have the food eco, I guess. Getting a few more riches. Also university coming up. He's thinking about gunpowder units then. Chemistry might be an option. Castles up here, and maybe... No, I don't know. He is gonna try and get more army up again, but Stefan at this point looking pretty good. He's gonna be able to go up to Imperial Age soon, and then he will have the better eco. He will have a lot of light cav already, and probably the upgrades on them. Yes, so camels would be a good choice here for Stefan in the end. What is he going to do now? Yeah, clicking up to Imperial Age. Very good game for him by now. And BacT losing all the monks here, that was pretty deadly, to be honest. C-Tram was a good idea, but he couldn't really do anything with it because he didn't have any other military units. A few camels would have changed this game, probably. Archer range now coming up, chemistry on the way. Crossbow from Stefan. I think BacT is going to go for hand cannoneers, trying to take this gold as long as he can. More archer ranges on the way. Not going for any trebuchets, and he does not know about the castle from Stefan that is there. And Stefan, he knows about the castle from BacT, so he's going to be able to get out trebuchets. BacT will go for bombard cannons as well. I think Saracens, correct me if I'm wrong, they do get bombard cannons? Or am I mistaken now? Hand cannoneers? Maybe I'm mistaken here actually. Going for hand cannoneers only, but he's got C-Trams and there's the trebuchet. Now siege workshop coming up, and the castle behind the TC on that gold. But a castle coming up from BacT, he had a very nice position, taking control of this gold, and Trebuchet hitting the TC immediately. Can BacT see the castle coming up? Yes, he should attack this one. But what is Stefan going to do here against this rush? Yeah, he's sending the light cav immediately. The TC is going down, it's not the biggest problem. And there we go with the light cav. Ooh, this is looking beautiful. A really fast unit to take down monks. There's not enough monks. The hand cannoneers will be able to do a little bit of damage, but not enough. There's the first bombard cannon from BacT. Garrison new villagers, garrison the hand cannoneers. Not happening. Stefan actually going back, but he's up to Imperial Age as well, and he should be able to get out trebuchets. Not here, not over there. What is he going to do here? He's going to lose the castle. C-Tram is up. He's not going to lose the castle so fast, but C-Trams from BacT coming in. 2 minutes of Bracer on the way. Gonna see Arbalest here from Stefan. Where's the archer ranges? They're on the right hand side, but not a lot of production going at this point. Stefan doesn't really have a lot of gold, and this is a really interesting game in my opinion. Stefan has a score lead, not sure how, probably kill a lot more units maybe than BacT. Yeah, actually true. Siege Ram's gonna take down the Siege Workshop, and this castle may fall pretty fast because there's 2 trebuchets now, and the Light Cav are only that fast to take down Siege Rams. Really not the fastest unit for that. They got 8 attack, but it's not easy to take them out. Crossbows, Arbalest, actually not a bad idea, but against bomber cannons you need to be very careful, and hand grenades are pretty strong as well, as long as you have mass like that. So castle going down from Stefan, he's got capped rams inside now. But BacT looking good here, is still a bit low on villages, 96 is not going to be enough. TC coming up on the gold, where Stefan is actually taking gold already. Stefan also taking the extra stone, I think I didn't see this. Caprams are moving forward, and the Light Cav is starting to take down a few cannoneers. BacT trying to convert a few units, but of course they're only going to die here, because Saracens was researched briefly by Stefan. Not sure if it was a good idea, but that's the reason he won this fight, I think, because BacT wasn't able to get any unit converted, just was able to take them down, really. And now the Arbalests are actually attacking the Mamelukes. I'm not sure if Mamelukes is a good idea. I think he shouldn't go for that. It's a little bit waste of gold. Stefan, a lot of food, a lot of wood in the bank. Not a lot of gold here. He needs to find a way to get more gold and maybe send more villages actually. Siege workshops coming up, and BacT low on everything except for wood. But he's going forward now, and a few Mamelukes can actually do a lot of damage to those villages because 8 attack, 8 melee attack, and 3 range, as far as I remember. That's actually pretty good. Now the Arbalests are going to be better than the hand cannoneers. And unless bomber cannons are behind that, only 1, it's not going to be enough, and Stefan can actually afford to take a shot like this because his Arbalests are all spread out, and the Siege Rams are actually a very strong unit at this point. I think BacT should get more of those. He's doing that right now. Also more hand cannoneers on the way. Maybe elite skirmishes is a good idea here, but it's not going to happen too soon, I guess. Of course, BacT was able to get rid of these villagers, but Stefan not looking bad here and still in a score lead. Military units pretty much the same number, and Siege Rams are still what I prefer here, but I'm not sure if I prefer BacT's position. He's taking control over this gold, and Stefan needs to find a way to defend here because BacT is coming out on top here. There are Stefan's military units. He's got a few Light Cav here, a few Arbalests, a few singles. Siege Workshop is going to go down as fast as it's going up, but on the right hand side Stefan got a lot of military buildings, and I think that's where he's going to try and gather his army. What else? What else do we have? Stefan, gold problem. Second gold, not accessible. Third gold, not accessible. The main gold, running out soon, and he's only got 6 villages there. He's actually one of his research elite skirmisher, and that makes a lot of sense for him again. And he just needs to take care of those siege rams, then he will be fine. That's why Light Cav is actually still a good idea. He's still producing? Yes. And I wonder why BacT is not going for any camels. I would love to see heavy camels here that are just so strong, get cemetery on them, and I think Stefan won't have anything to stop this, but of course they're pretty expensive as well to get there. It takes a little bit of time. And for now, I like what BacT is doing, which is going for a lot of siege rams. He just needs to go in now. He needs to do the damage. He needs a few military units behind to get rid of these Arbalests and elite skirmishers. Trebuchet also moving forward. TC coming up on that gold right now. Well, that's ballsy. And BacT, while not in the score lead, is looking pretty good here with a lot of map control, with a better army at this point. Stefan got a lot of military units. Again, I don't know where they are. They're on the right hand side. A few elite skirmishers, a few Light Cav, those few Arbalests. But the numbers matter at this point, and the hand cannoneers won't be good enough. Stefan, I think, is micro. He's gonna lose this castle eventually if BacT decides to go forward with the siege rams, and I think that's what he just do. Just get rid of all the buildings here and damage Stefan's eco hugely. Now the Light Cav are still something that BacT is not trying to counter here, just using hand cannoneers. I still disagree with that. And nice raiding coming up here. BacT can't really afford to lose so many villages. He's low on resources, but those Stefan, and we're pretty much neck and neck now. Castle is almost going down. Trebuchet's one is down. Ooh, is this castle running 150 HP? I think that I've seen, but it's not going down here. And Stefan getting his own siege rams right now, or did he convert them? I don't know. I think it's his own. And BacT's push suddenly stopped because he lost all the siege rams here. The Light Cav are not being countered by BacT, and it's a big mistake in my opinion. He should have gone for camels, and the camels would get rid of the elite skirmishers of the Light Cav, and they are good against the rams as well. BacT missed that at this point. Not sure why, maybe he was thinking he's good with the hand cannon as bombard cannons, but Stefan managing to get rid of the siege rams, and that's all about this threat. Handcard coming from BacT right now, of course he's been on the push for quite some time. One light cav coming into raid, can BacT see this? He's got a few villagers inside, he's gonna lose this one, maybe another one as well, and Stefan has recovered and is now with a good amount of military lead and the score lead as well. What is BacT going to do here? I think he won't be able to survive the push. Stefan is probably planning to go for castle coming up on the TC, just in case there's a siege workshop coming from Stefan. A lot of bombard cannons, that's a big point here, but they may go down really fast. Nice shots on the lead skirmishers. Stefan needs to go back here. Castle almost completely repaired now, and I think the siege rams are going to be good against the bombard cannons right now. Stefan in plate guarding armor as well. Is he going for hussars eventually? Not sure, maybe it doesn't really work out. Stefan's resources now looking better. Go a little bit faster again, because I want to know what's happening. I want to know when that push from Stefan is starting. Bloodlines coming from Weird right now. Weird, sorry. I'm reading Fire Red Weird and I think Weird, it's BacT. And is he actually going for camels then, or is it going to be Mamelukes? I'm really not too sure. But there is the push coming in from Stefan. Light cav moving forward, and of course the siege rams coming in. The bombard cannons being taken to the back here. A good idea by BacT. And he needs to get a few shots on those elite skirmishers and arbalists. He's doing that right now because the arbalists and elite skirmishers are focusing on the siege rams. But there's not a lot of siege rams left for BacT. And Stefan's still a lot more military units. Not that many, but he's looking good. And for now, I think BacT is taking a good fight because he's recovered a little bit in numbers. What's the plan here? What is he doing? Iron casting coming from Stefan as well. And the bombard cannons are taking on a lot of elite skirmishers and arbalists at this point. But Stefan, I think, is able to get more and more of them. He is still creating a lot of light cav, and I'm still wondering, why is BacT not trying to counter these? It's not so difficult. He could have done it by now. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. But where's that heavy cavalry upgrade? Husbandry now coming in. Does he really want to go for Mamelukes? Oh, siege rams coming in from Stefan. Is he taking all this castle? 5 HP, 463? No, it's standing. And it's actually BacT who is doing Hussar. What the hell? Unbelievable. Siege rams coming in for Stefan on the right hand side. This castle on the TC may go down really fast because I think BacT hasn't realized this. And getting a Mameluke, a few hussars moving in. BacT needs to repair this castle. He needs it repaired fast if he wants to hold control of this gold here. At the same time, he's moving in the siege rams. The bombard cannons, the hand cannons following up, but the light cav are going to be there to defend, and hand cannons are not really too good against the light. That's not enough. Needs elite skirmishers as well. This castle still is not going down, and we do see the counter siege rams from Stefan coming in. On the right hand side, the castle went down actually. BacT was not able to defend here. He's getting stables up, producing a lot of hussars at this point, but siege rams moving forward here from Stefan, and Stefan is getting control of the right hand side and is not allowing BacT to push in farther than these various walls were standing before. The castle will not go down that easily, but 73 against 36 military units, that's double the amount of military units for Stefan at this point in the game. Plate burning armor coming in from BacT. He's got 4 bomber cannons remaining, he's doing good damage here. But on the right hand side, he lost the TC, lost the castle. A few villagers still up there to take the farms again, I guess. The main battle for me is still on the left hand side. The hussars from BacT are doing a very good job here at taking down elite skirmishers, just not enough of them. The bomber cannons need to take hits here. There's another siege ram coming in. BacT's seen this. He needs to micro his bomber cannons, of course, because gold is scarce now at this point in the game. 58 minutes almost in. Light cav still raiding from Stefan in the middle. Hussars coming in to take down the last arbalist elite skirmishers. Good idea here. Stefan trying to go for this gold, but it's really dangerous. That is not going to happen. Hand cannon is from BacT here. Gonna go a little bit slow at this point. Want to see what's happening on the right hand side. There is a knight, it was probably an accident, and only light cav against hussars moving. BacT has taken the score lead again. What an amazing game here. Finally, we do see cavalry units from BacT. Probably didn't want to go for camels because they're too expensive and wants to spend his gold on siege now, but the hussar upgrade I think was a very good idea. They are pretty strong, and the hand cannon is still surviving. I guess he's rebuilding a few of them from time to time. It's going for about Stefan's second gold now, which BacT is trying to take next. The siege ram moving on the right hand side. Ooh, and BacT is open for raiding, but he's quickly walling with houses here. Very good idea. You don't want to have Stefan going into your eco at this point with the light cav. At the same time, you want to try and attack the left hand side, maybe get even the last relic. BacT now really low on all resources. Stefan as well. Both no. Oh, Stefan is housed. He's pop blocked. 193 population. This is looking good for him. Actually, he's again gotten the lead on the school sure, and he's got 140 villagers almost against only 96 from BacT, but I prefer to have a lot of villagers at this point because I can take them down and have enough resources. BacT is low on everything, and once he lost his army, he won't be able to get it back so easily. So I'm not sure how this game is going to end here. For a moment I thought BacT was better, but right now I'm seeing Stefan's villager number. It's not looking bad actually. BacT of course taking the gold in the back as well, finally I guess, but he had a lot of gold income and he's taking the gold from the front. More siege trams on the way, but only taking down houses. They will go down really fast. And on the right hand side there are minor fights between the light cav and the hussars. Oh, keeping the gate open is not a good idea. BacT is not controlling this point. He's focusing on the front side here again. And he is still not able to take down these castles, which is amazing. Stefan is holding on to one castle, I think that's the second one now. And making sure that... That would be a nice idea actually, but raiding won't help against 140 villagers. Ooh, BacT trying to trap those light cav. We're gonna take down more villagers, and BacT lost a lot here actually. 95 villagers. Keeping pretty constant actually. Chemistry coming from Stefan right now. Once you get the last upgrades on the lead skirmishes, I guess. But I need to focus on this side as well. And now a few light cav going in. The Mamelukes behind them. BacT here, obviously, he hopes he can catch them. And at this point, this TC is pretty much useless. BacT needs to make sure that he's not over chopping here, and maybe try to, I don't know, where do you attack at this point? Stefan is taking finally the extra gold finally, and he's gonna have a little bit of gold income at least. The resources actually looking quite alright. 140 villagers, he won't be able to get more than the 60 village units he almost has. Nice, taking down the gate with the siege tram, and now he's moving in the lead skirmishes. BacT has an eco problem at this point because his eco is being attacked and he's not really in the position to defend. Instead he's trying to go for Stefan's eco right now, finally going in with a few hand cannoneers I guess, but Stefan with the better raiding at this point, going with the light cav and probably trying to go for the wood line next. The Mamelukes are gonna deal with those light cav pretty easily, but they need to catch them first. And Stefan is sending elite skirmishers in right now, which is a very good idea. Just use them to disturb the eco, while Stefan's eco is pretty much in shape. 20 idle villagers, but it's still looking good. And the castle once again is attacked, or no, the bomber cannons are actually attacking the TC. I don't know why. Light cav moving in, and I think this time the bomber cannons will go down, and this may be really huge. Taking on the last bomber cannons is a very good idea, and at the same time Stefan is still raiding the eco. BacT needs to focus on not losing too many villagers, and that's why he's lost 2 of the 3 bomber cannons I guess, and the castle is still standing. Hussar now finally coming in from Stefan. He's able to report that at this point. And he's still able to push out more light cav. Hussar almost finished. This is not looking good for BacT suddenly, and he was never able to really counter the light cav. Light cav were so strong here from Stefan. Finally their Hussars, they really earned that I guess. And Stefan looking very good now, population wise, score wise of course, and he is still in the eco of BacT. BacT is not able to re-wall this, and that means BacT is in trouble. It's going a little bit faster here because BacT's push is stopped as well. He wasn't able to get rid of these castles. He wasn't able to go into the eco. Oh, this would have been beautiful. Send 10 hussars into the wood line and Stefan would have been in trouble a little bit. But only one bomber cannon remaining. The siege trams will come in from Stefan as soon as he can afford them. The lead skirmishes are actually pretty good right now. And of course those hussars have done a great job. Those cavalry units. BacT actually almost able to re-wall this, but not entirely. And I guess there was a pause, but I can't imagine this game is going too much longer because it looks like Stefan is gonna clean up BacT right now. He was able to survive long enough and now able to raid the eco. So BacT doesn't have an easy game at this point, and I think this might be over 26 military units only, and almost 70 for Stefan. He's finally getting rid of a few villagers, not sure if he lost them or just suicided them, which makes sense. One Hussar can do a lot of damage on that wood line, and that's going to happen right now. Town Lodge coming from Stefan, not sure why, but he's moving forward to siege rams, and I think this game's pretty much over. BacT almost no resources left. A lot of wood. I can get more military units up, but military buildings up, but he's not fast enough at this point, and he's gonna lose everything in the front. He's lost map control completely. He's not taking this stone. I think he hasn't seen it probably because it was behind that gate. It was hard to see. It was the gate, I think so. And finally getting rid of the raiders, but 67 villagers remaining, only 67. This is pretty much GG. Stefan doing fortified wall because why not? But BacT calling GG right now. I hope I didn't say Ria too often. It's BacT. Sorry for that. And very impressive game here by Stefan. BacT, I think, should have gone for the camels, for the heavy camels, and then go in. Stefan wouldn't have a single unit to defend from this, wouldn't have had. But like this, Stefan able to turn this game around and win it in the end. I hope you enjoyed this one. A very good game, in my opinion, and see you in the next ones. GG.